children up, make them feel so special as they are. Our children are special to us.
The event was held at the Los Angeles River Center and Gardens and made possible by participation from organizations such as Alma Family Services, Athletes in the Making, Soledad Enrichment Action, and LA Barber College. The Weingart YMCA hosted a vaccine event in South LA this weekend. The event was held in conjunction with Shared Harvest and MyCOVID-MD.
We've hit a really good milestone as a country. Over 30% of the country has been vaccinated, but we still see a large percentage of marginalized, disenfranchised communities still not getting access to vaccines, and more importantly, not getting access to doctors and providers to ask their questions.
Those who chose to be vaccinated at the event were rewarded with a free lotto ticket and a pre-Cinco de Mayo barbecue.
We're treating this as a family affair. Everyone wants to be vaccinated to get closer to their families. Shared Harvest is all about just bringing families and communities together.
LA Controller Ron Galperin has introduced a new interactive map of free tax preparation service providers throughout the Los Angeles area. This free service is designed to help low to moderate income Angelenos who seek assistance for meeting the May 17th filing deadline. The new interactive map lists 55 tax prep assistance locations that include local community-based organizations and resource centers. To check out services in your area or to see if you qualify for this free service, visit lacontroller.org/taxprepla.
There will always be a myriad of services provided by the City of Los Angeles that residents just don't seem to be aware of. Fortunately, our own Maria Hall-Brown sat down with the director of 311, Donna Arruchia, to get the scoop on all the city services that are available right at your fingertips.
Imagine being able to access all the services and all the information for the City of LA in the palm of your hand. We don't have to imagine because it actually exists. My LA 311. And here to tell us all about it, I'm delighted to be joined by the director, Donna Arruchia. What is My LA 311?
Well, My LA 311 is actually a group of services. It includes the 311 call center, which you can reach by dialing a 3-digit number, 311, just like you call the police department by dialing 911. So it's easy and simple to remember. And it also includes the My LA 311 mobile app, which is available for free on the various app stores. And the idea of the app is to allow people when they're out in public spaces and they see a problem like a pothole or a cracked sidewalk or a street light that's not working, it'll go straight to a crew and somebody will come out and take care of it.
It's an enormous scope of what is available, but let's go ahead and talk about what are the ones that are the most common.
The most common services for 311 is service request intake of things like dumping, potholes, reporting graffiti. Bulky item pickup appointments is a very popular service for sanitation customers. Reporting homeless encampments, things like that. Park maintenance, animal services, and a variety of other services are available through the app or by calling 311.
I really appreciate all of this information, Donna, and I really enjoyed our chat.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to share about 311. I think it's a great community service, and everybody should use it.
I agree.
The renovation of the 6th Street viaduct at the 101 freeway continues. And while you may think there's nothing exciting about pouring concrete, just listen as city engineer Gary Lee Moore regales his story of progress and innovation.
So we're out here today to witness the pouring of another arch. And this is the third of 10 arches, but what's special about it is this one's over the 101 freeway, which caused us to shut down the freeway for safety reasons. When you put 48 truckloads of concrete into this pair of arches, we want to make sure that there were no possibilities of anything falling on the freeway. It's quite an exciting moment for all of us. The pour is going very, very well, and I really want to thank the women and men who are out there working on this project. In March of 2021, when we poured the first arch, that pair of arches were 30 feet in height. And this arch is 40 feet in height. Caltrans is going to come in and do roadway repairs on the 101. They can do their work, and we got our work done first since it's so critical to the completion of the bridge. You get to walk across this bridge on new, wider sidewalks. You get to bike across this bridge on new 10-foot wide bike lanes. And of course, you'll be able to drive across it. All these arches are going to have LED lighting, and so they'll be able to change colors. We're just excited for summer of 2022 to come, and we'll be able to walk, bike, and drive across this new bridge.
Known as the birthplace of Los Angeles, Olvera Street is a marketplace established to celebrate the city's Mexican heritage. And it's back open for business. Michelle Garcia-Ortiz from El Pueblo talked to Channel 35 about the importance of visiting this historical downtown street.
This is your Pueblo, and it can't survive without you. We welcome visitors from all over the world, and especially locals.
I've been coming here since I was a little girl, been shopping, buying the purses and the clothing from here, and I don't know, I feel comfortable here. This is like home.
Welcome everybody to Olvera Street. We're open, we're ready for you guys to come back. We're following the protocols of the health department. Everything is safe and clean. Estamos siguiendo los protocolos de salubridad al 100%. Nuestras mesas están retiradas a 8 pies de distancia. Tenemos desinfectante. En cuanto se levanta una persona de la mesa, desinfectamos las mesas.
Ahora que estoy afuera, estamos felices que estamos bien de salud y estoy muy feliz de venir y más que nada ayudar a la gente de nosotros a seguir con sus negocios y que no fallen.
Very safe. Everybody's covered up. Everybody's respecting to keep distance. You know, everybody, there's hand sanitizer, you know.
Coming back to the community.
Just coming back to the community, you know, helping out all these little mom and pop shops is a wonderful thing because I know they have lost a lot of money during this pandemic, and just helping them, even just buying a little bowl or buying a little shoe, I know I'm helping their business out so they could stay here, and so when she's older, she could come and shop at the same place that she shopped when she was little.
Olvera Street and El Pueblo are located right across from the world-famous Union Station. You can get here by bike, bus, car, or train. For more information, find us on social media at El Pueblo LA or visit our website, elpueblo.lacity.org.
Marquise Harris-Dawson was on hand for the unveiling of a new community park in South LA. The park's namesake was lost in a violent tragedy, but her memory has unified her community in the spirit of activism and hope.
Today, City Councilman Marquise Harris-Dawson is going to unveil the Latasha Harlins playground sign. This playground is now named in the memory of a child who was viciously murdered.
This was Latasha's community park, where she participated in our classes and our programs. And as I learned more about Latasha, I was inspired by her heroism, her wisdom that she had at such a young age.
Take a moment and look around you and look at the multiculturalism that's here today. So while we lost Latasha Harlins to a murder, her name still continues to gather people and unite us in a very unique way.
3, 2, 1.
It's really a great situation to be here, you know, just it's nice. And I definitely miss my granddaughter.
I just want to say that this is for her. We recognize you, you know, we love you. And if it wasn't for you, you know, we wouldn't have the motivation to keep fighting the way that we do.
Latasha was killed 30 years ago. Unfortunately, her life was taken way too soon because I believe she had a future in spite of. But we are here. We're here to make a difference.
I think what we need to do next is to continue to talk to each other. And that means sometimes we're yelling at each other, sometimes we're screaming at each other, sometimes it's just a whisper. But the point is to stay in communication and to have at a base of all our interactions the value for human life.
In our feature this week, we continue to explore the issue of the rise in racially motivated violence agitated by the toxic politics of the COVID-19 pandemic. I spoke with Paul S. Chan, chairman of the board of directors for AJLA, about the disturbing trend of hate crimes against Asian Americans. With the current pandemic, there has been a rise in hate crimes against Asian Americans, which has highlighted the importance of the efforts organizations like Asian Americans Advancing Justice Los Angeles are doing to create a more equitable and harmonious society. With us today, we have Paul S. Chan, who is the chair of the board of directors of Asian Americans Advancing Justice Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being here, Paul.
Hi, Natalia. Thank you for having me.
So how has the global pandemic impacted the efforts of the organization?
There has been a significant rise in anti-Asian discrimination, anti-Asian harassment. You know, the reasons for that are many. You know, the political rhetoric of the last administration, you know, referring to the Kung flu, referring to the China virus, certainly created an environment where this sort of conduct, you know, is more prevalent. But I think, you know, just sort of the stresses brought on by the pandemic itself, you know, has caused, unfortunately, you know, some folks in the community to think of people from China or Chinese Americans in particular as you know, having the virus or somehow being responsible for the virus. So one of the top priorities of our organization now is dealing with this rise in anti-Asian discrimination.
Literally a week ago, I was in the subway with a friend of mine, and I experienced something that was just so shocking that I was not prepared for.
Yeah.
This Asian woman was in the same train as myself. We boarded it at the same time, and then these two men started, you know, saying some really nasty words and intimidating this poor woman, and it was just horrible to experience that as a human being, and also to see that there was no one else doing nothing. And I remember looking at this woman and seeing her shaking and crying in fear, and my friend and I were like, we cannot, like, it's just, it's like a human responsibility that we have to act.
Yeah.
And obviously I have no idea how those two men are going to react towards me, but at that moment it's like, there's a woman in distress that did nothing to generate this behavior. So I guess I'm so happy to hear that you're, you know, doing something to educate people like myself who experience this.
It's shocking. And,
it is. It's just,
you know, it happens when you least expect it. But there are things you can do, as you did, to try and assist, you know, the victim, get them out of harm's way, you know, document the conduct, report it, you know, after the fact so that folks know what happened.
So in terms of looking at the future, where do you hope things will be at in, say, 5 years?
Well, obviously we hope we won't need as much of this focus on anti-Asian discrimination, but we, you know, I think we will continue to have that as one of the core programs. The hope is that we continue to get the word out, that we are here as a resource, One of the challenges is not so much having the capacity to provide services, but getting the word out. Educating the community that we are here and available to assist the Asian American community.
So I guess to wrap it up, how can allies and members of the AAPI community connect?
Sure. I would encourage folks to go to our website, advancingjustice-la.org, which has tremendous information about what we do and how you can get involved.
Thank you so much for being here with us today, Paul.
Thank you for having me.
The LA Made series has a conversation with author Yang-Shi Chu. Explore racism as a public health issue with LACMA or engage with Art Rise. All this and more up next in Things to Do.
The Los Angeles Public Library invites you to enjoy a new installment of their ongoing artist series, LA Made. In recognition of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, LAPL brings you a conversation with New York Times best-selling author Yang-Shi Chu. Yang-Shi is the author of The Night Tiger and The Ghost Bride, which is now a Netflix original drama. This episode of LA Made will be streamed on the library's YouTube channel and Facebook page. So be sure to check out a conversation with author Yang-Shi Chu, happening Friday, May 14th at 4 p.m. The Los Angeles County Museum of Art invites you to check out a new virtual panel series entitled Racism is a Public Health Issue. Conceived in conjunction with organizations such as Gyopo and Stop Discrimination, LACMA presents an educational lecture series that aims to address prejudices against the Asian American community both prior and during the COVID-19 crisis. Be sure to check out Racism is a Public Health Issue Friday, May 14th on the LACMA YouTube channel. You are invited to check out the public art exhibition Art Rise, a series of outdoor art installations and special projects created in collaboration with museums, cultural institutions, and artists. Reaching across 5 different neighborhoods, the art installations are designed to be COVID safe with socially distant viewing and are easily accessible by foot or vehicle. To learn more about where to find Art Rise installations, visit whywerise.la/artrise. And that's a look at some virtual things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I am Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reaching LA City Immigrants Response and Resources during the COVID-19 pandemic, hosted by the Human Relations Commission Immigration Ad Hoc Committee and the Civil Human Rights and Equity Department. My name is Angelica Solis Montero. I'm the president of the Human Relations Commission, and I'm honored to serve as your moderator for today's event. Today, we have gathered leaders in public health, housing, and city services to share critically needed resources and information with community organizations serving Los Angeles immigrants. We know that trusted local community organizations are in the best position to get critical information out to immigrant communities. And because immigrants are so uniquely impacted by this pandemic, we want to host an event that was designed to support and empower you. This webinar is in English, but a Spanish translation of the event will be posted on civilandhumanrights.lacity.org in the coming days. The LA City Human Relations Commission was created in 1965 to promote intergroup peace building, equity, and human rights in the city of Los Angeles. And we are honored to bring you this event today. Our members are appointed by the mayor and represent many diverse communities across Los Angeles. If you want to learn more about the commission or attend a meeting, and I highly encourage you to do so, find more information at civilandhumanrights.lacity.org. We have a lot of great speakers and panelists today, and we want to get to the important information that they have to share to you. But first, we have some welcome remarks by our great mayor, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti.
I'm Mayor Eric Garcetti, and I want to welcome you to the Civil, Human Rights, and Equity Department's COVID-19 City of Los Angeles Response Reaching LA's Immigrant Populations webinar. Whew, that's a mouthful. But first, let me thank the Human Relations Commission and the ad hoc committee that planned this important event. It is so critical that our immigrant and refugee communities know that the City of Los Angeles is here for you. And now more than ever, it's absolutely vital that our programs and services are accessible to all Angelenos, regardless of their immigration status. Many of our immigrant and refugee neighbors are working around the clock as essential workers, whether it's in grocery stores or in our hospitals, and they are being disproportionately impacted by COVID-19. We are all so grateful for their service and will continue to do our very best to protect them. And that includes continuing the work to ensure that we eliminate any barriers to accessing life-saving programs and resources, from COVID-19 testing and vaccines to programs that provide financial assistance so families can keep a roof over their heads and food on the table every night. We are living in unprecedented times, and we are in urgent need of additional federal and state support to keep our city on the road to recovery. So you can count on me to continue to advocate for additional COVID-19 relief for immigrants and refugees from both Governor Newsom and from the Biden-Harris administration. And isn't it nice to say that? To everyone joining us today, please know that the City of Los Angeles is on your side, that we will get through this together. And as always, strength and love, Los Angeles. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the webinar.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. I'm pleased to introduce our next speaker, Capri Maddox. Ms. Maddox is Executive Director of the Los Angeles Civil, Human Rights, and Equity Department, as well as the city's Chief Equity Officer for COVID-19 response. An accomplished attorney, Ms. Maddox has also served as Senior Advisor to City Attorney Mike Feuer, Executive Director of Partnerships for LAUSD, and President of the Los Angeles Board of Public Works. Please welcome Ms. Capri Maddox.
Thank you so much, Madam Commissioner. Really grateful for the opportunity to be here. Want to thank everyone for being a part of the Reaching Los Angeles for City Immigrants event. This is intended as a response to the COVID-19 crisis that we are dealing with. This webinar is designed to support us, our service providers and community organizations that are serving the Los Angeles immigrant communities. This webinar is hosted by the Los Angeles Department dealing with civil rights. However, but I want to be sure that you know that the Human Relations Commission and the Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department could not have done this without the work of our ad hoc committee on immigration. And I'd like to share a slide with so you can see the members of this group. The Immigration Ad Hoc Committee has worked for months to design a webinar that is informative, enlightening, and effective at reaching our immigrant communities. Special thanks to the Ad Hoc Committee Chair, Irene Tovar, and the Immigration Ad Hoc Committee members, Madam President Angelica Solis Montero, and who is also today's moderator, as well as Irma Becerra Nunez, who is the first vice president of the commission, Anthony Mack, who is the second vice president of the commission, and last but not least, our very own Melanie De La Cruz Vesca. These commissioners represent a diverse cross-section of Los Angeles and work tirelessly to serve our community with equity and inclusion. We are so grateful for their tireless work for immigrant communities of Los Angeles. I also want to thank Councilmember Gil Cedillo for his leadership in serving LA's immigrant communities, as well as his commitment to justice and equity in helping create the LA Civil Rights Department. Mayor Garcetti helped us with his leadership in this space, particularly during the COVID crisis, and has continued to pay attention to the underserved communities, particularly the immigrant communities in the city of Los Angeles. In addition, I'd like to thank LA This Week for hosting this event and making sure that this message gets out to a number of our residents in Los Angeles. And then, of course, could not do this without our staff from the LA Civil Rights Department. Definitely want to thank Mark, Tammy, Jamana, and others from our team for making today possible. And then our panelists, I mean, for taking the time to share their knowledge and resources as it relates to serving the immigrant population in our city. They make up the beautiful mosaic of our city and our region. Wanted to thank you, all for your work, but definitely wanted to say that the pandemic has ravaged the people of Los Angeles. And although we're all in this together, some communities are hit harder by this crisis. And the case numbers have recently been going down, which is welcome news, but we know that the immigrant communities, particularly in the Latino community, are disproportionately API communities are all catching COVID at higher rates than their white counterparts, and they're suffering more from this illness. The Latino population is especially impacted with a mortality rate that is 3 times higher than white Angelenos. Not only are immigrants more likely to hold essential jobs, which puts them at greater risk for COVID-19, but they are also likely to face financial impacts and significant hardships from the pandemic. Again, we have members that are more likely to be renters than homeowners, and they're more likely to be losing their jobs in an economic downturn. I mean, there are some folks that had, 3 jobs before the pandemic and were able to, unfortunately, have to work 3 jobs to sustain themselves, but now they're in a position where they have lost 1 or more of those jobs. These are hardworking folks that are making a difference in our region. Immigrants, especially undocumented immigrants, often do not know their rights and resources that are available to them in the city of Los Angeles. And then furthermore, the fear and distrust of government makes it even harder for immigrants to access the resources that are needed. And this is why this webinar is reaching out to you, community service providers. You guys are trusted sources and resources in your community. When you're empowered with the latest information, we all do better. And that's why the Civil Rights Department is here to help you as you serve others. We are your allies in equity, empowerment, and serving the most marginalized members of the Los Angeles community. We have partnered with city leaders on encouraging COVID testing in public housing development. We have distributed more than 1,500 thermometers to high-need populations just as a department, and other work has been done citywide, particularly as it relates to meals programs and other activities. This department was created last year to protect Angelenos from discrimination in the private sector as it relates to commerce, education, employment, and housing, but most of all, to serve underserved communities, to build equity in business, city policy, through programming, and much more. We work with our commissioners, like the Human Relations Commissioners, but we also work with neighborhood councils, private businesses, the philanthropic community, colleges and universities, and others. To learn more about our work and service to the City of Los Angeles, please visit our website, which is civilandhumanrights.lacity.org, or follow us at LA Civil Rights. Thank you. I'll yield the floor back to Madam President.
Thank you so much, Executive Director Maddox, for championing certainly all of the work of the department and this very important webinar. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is a longtime leader in immigrant communities and the city council member for Los Angeles' 1st District. In his decades of leadership in the state assembly, state senate, and city council, Councilman Cedillo has been a leading voice for the rights of workers, renters, and immigrants. He authored the law which allows undocumented Californians to obtain driver's license, the ordinance which led to the creation of the Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department, and is the outgoing chair of the City Council Immigrant Affairs and Civil Rights and Equity Committee. Please help me welcome Councilmember Gil Cedillo.
Angelica, thank you so much for bringing us together, for your leadership, for moderating this. Of course, Capri, thank you for the 257 jobs that you're doing for the city right now. I appreciate that. I know that the mayor feels the same way. Obviously, Irene Tobad, mi reina, thank you for your incredible friendship and mentorship and leadership for years and years. It's a privilege to be here with everyone. I guess this may be the seminal, the first, the chartered webinar of the new Department of Civil and Human Rights, and it could hardly be more timely. In a pandemic, at ground zero in our nation, perhaps the world, where we're having the most adverse impact, I have the distinction of having some of the neighborhoods that are the most adversely impacted by this pandemic. We spent a very robust and productive afternoon yesterday with Barbara Ferrer, who's leading the efforts on the county side. And we came away with a couple points. We all agree that there's greater density in some parts of the city, districts 8, 9, 10, 13, 1, and 14. We recognize that in those neighborhoods that there's greater poverty, but there's also some other nuances that are critical at this moment. There's also greater workforce participation. And Ms. Maddox, you noted that many of them have multiple jobs, but also at their homes, there's multi-generational households. And those households where a typical household on the west side, a 2-bedroom apartment might have 1 or 2 people. Over in these districts, they may have 10, 11, 12, 13 people. It just is. And so it's critical that that population rises to the front of the line for the purposes of efficacy and equity. It's very key for us to understand that these households still continue to drive the service economy of Los Angeles. And so it is a point of equity, but it's also a question of efficacy. Because in that household is where the housekeeper lives, who's going to be taking care of the seniors who live throughout other parts of the city. It's Mr. De Leon referred to them, the more Tony parts of the district, the Brentwoods, the Bel Airs, the Westwoods, the Beverly Glands, the West Side, et cetera. It's also where the new, as we reopen up our restaurants, where the waiters, where the bus boys and bus girls, and where the back of the kitchen, where they work, preparing our food. And so it's a whole range of jobs that run our service economy, but they all seem to live at that same address in Pico Union or Temple Beaudry or down the Crenshaw corridor or down the 110 corridor. And so it's important for us to understand that for us to be effective in the distribution of the vaccines and making sure everybody's tested and assessing where we're at with COVID, that we are communicating in the appropriate ways to the appropriate communities. So one, while it may seem to many who are participating on this webinar that somebody would just enroll online. Sure, why not? Well, if we're targeting 65 and older, we need to recognize that that's not a reality. It's just not a reality. And so when I heard this being the priority on Monday, I kind of frowned, because I know the other reality is that 65 and above, boomers, boomer immigrants, as people get up in the years, they're not on the internet. Shocking. But they're on the telephone, and they want to know, who do I call? And so yesterday we were happy to hear that the phone services will be expanded, that they're 12 hours a day, 8 to 8, and that they're in all languages. And so that will be helpful for us. We were also happy to hear that many people are homebound. And because they're homebound, and because of the type of transportation systems that we have in the city, they're not able to get out. And so if they work with the city and with the Los Angeles Fire Department, we can get you your vaccine. We can make sure that people are vaccinated in their home. That's very important. We came to an understanding that it's not simply a lack of access to the internet, but it's also the fact that people don't have capacity to utilize it. So assuming there is internet, whether it's at the library or there's a hotspot or LAUSD has has given us the resources to do that. The boomers, the 65 and above, they don't have the capacity. And so if our goal is to get the most critical, the most strategic communities vaccinated in that order, then we have to figure out how we communicate to them. It's got to be language sensitive. It's got to be demographically sensitive. It's got to be zip code sensitive. And so I think yesterday we had a conversation that will help us as we go forward get on the exact right track to make sure that we're able to vaccinate the most critical populations. We are at the end. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not have a way to go, and we'll only make that progress if we are as effective as we can be in terms of moving this agenda forward. And so I thank you for having this seminar. I thank you for making sure that it's in Spanish. My campaigns are in at least 6 languages, and it's because we believe that everybody has a right in this city to live in the city regardless of their immigration status, regardless of where they come from, regardless of gender or age. They all have a right to
We also have Nora Preciado, who is a director of Mayor Eric Garcetti's Office of Immigrant Affairs. She is passionate about immigrant rights and has 15 years of experience advocating for the rights of low-income immigrants and refugees. Prior to joining Immigrant Affairs, she was a supervising attorney at the National Immigration Law Center. Welcome, Nora Preciado. Amanda Daflos.
January. We think it very simply reflected increased gatherings around holiday time, for example, with our professional sports teams winning titles, people getting together to celebrate. We'd had almost a year of social isolation for many people and overwhelming. And so it's understandable that people came together, but we're facing the consequences now. Fortunately, we are seeing a downturn in the surge over the last 1 to 2 weeks. Very, very good news. We're continuing to see a high number of deaths, sadly, but we're hoping that will also go down soon. It's very important, though, that we remain vigilant. As
Welcome to the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, May 12th. I'm Nuri Martinez, the President of the City Council. I want to apologize for the delay. We were having technical difficulties broadcasting on Channel 35. The issue's been resolved, so thank you for your patience. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield present.
Bonin.
Bonin present.
Vizcaíno.
Good morning here.
Cedillo.
Cedillo present.
De Leon.
Here.
Harris Dawson.
Present.
Koretz.
Present.
Krikorian.
Here.
Lee.
Present.
Martinez.
Present.
O'Farrell.
Present.
Price.
Loss.
Rahman.
Here.
Ridley Thomas.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
14 members and a quorum, Madam President.
First order of business.
Approval of the May 11, 2021 minutes.
Mr. De Leon moves and Mr. O'Farrell seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Mr. Krikorian moves and Ms. Rahman seconds. Next.
Madam President, would council like all items to go forthwith today?
Without objection, that would be the order.
Items 1 through 3 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 4 through 22 are items for which public hearings have been held. Items 23 through 30 are items for which public hearings have not been held. There is a technical correction for item 25. The street vacation number is E1401376. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Okay, without objection, those items are now before us. Members, do you wish to call any of these items special? Mr. O'Farrell?
Thank you, Madam President. Item 29 for comments, please. And that'll do it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Blumenfield?
It's item 30 for comment. That's it. Thank you.
Any others, members? Okay, seeing no others, Madam Clerk, which are the available items for us to vote on?
Madam President, council can vote on items 4 through 22.
Okay, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin,
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino,
Aye.
Cedillo,
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon,
Aye.
Harris Dawson,
Yes.
Koretz,
Aye.
Krikorian,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
O'Farrell,
Aye.
Price, Rahman,
Yes.
Ridley Thomas,
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
14 ayes. These matters are adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to public comment, Madam Clerk.
As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call area code 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number being called out, press star 6. Let me repeat, call 669-254-5252, use meeting ID number 160-535-8466, and then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number being called out, press star 6.
To members of the public calling in, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3 minutes total, and 1 minute for general public comment if you wish. Please speak to the items before beginning general public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we can't tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. If you don't immediately get clearly on topic, or you again stray off topic, you'll forfeit the rest of your speaking time. We'll move on to the next speaker. We're going to take 30 minutes total of public comment, and the items that are open for public comment are items 1 through 3 and 23 through 30. So that's 1 through 3 and 23 through 30. Finally, for members of the public calling in to speak, as soon as you hear someone address you by reading out the last 4 digits of your phone number or other identifying information, if you're using a block number, it's your turn to speak, and please press star 6 right away. We understand you may be listening on channel 35 or another device, but if you are, keep one ear to the phone because there is a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, and if you're only listening to the broadcast, when it's your turn to press star 6, you may not do it right away, and we may think you're no longer on the line and move on to the next person. Also, if you're listening on another device, as soon as it's your turn to speak, please turn down the volume on those other devices right away. Because of the time delay and feedback, it will cause a lot of confusion if you continue to listen on the other devices. We are ready for public comment, Madam President.
Thank you. Go ahead and take the first speaker.
Caller ending in 1566, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 1566, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 9917, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Hi, I'd just like to give a general public comment, please.
You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Hello. It is currently almost the middle of May, and I would sincerely like to see the City Council be proactive this year in creating cooling centers and other mitigating services to beat the heat that is coming this summer. Last year, the City Council was flat on their ass and did nothing to help people until the last minute, not even the last minute, well into heat waves that had already killed unhoused and poor residents here in the city that are not able to access fully air-conditioned buildings during summer heat waves. So I would sincerely like to see the City Council be proactive on something helpful for once and not be proactive on solely brutalizing people with police in this city and actually work to create cooling centers and other programs that will help Angelenos this summer. It is currently the middle of May. You guys have plenty of time. I would not like to see another year where it's Saturday night and you guys are barely posting on Twitter cooling centers in a way that helps absolutely no one in this city. Please do your jobs proactively and not at the service of the LAPD, but at the service of Angelenos.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 1148, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 1148. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Yes, I'd like to speak on all available items and general public comment, please.
Sure. So you have 3 minutes for items 1 through 3 and 23 through 30, and then followed by 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin.
Thank you, sir. Apologize to Miss Yvonne Michelle Autry for your gross disrespect, Martinez. Hopefully you'll be a big enough person one day to do so. All votes today will be vote traded. All votes will be yes votes, as all days. Mr. Krikorian, number 3, $25 million you'll be voting on for the renovation and construction of Woodbury University. This was $40 million to start with back in 2014. Don't know why the difference, but anyway, aside from the merits, this will be a yes vote, of course, due to vote trading, of course, aside from the merits. This may be a good university, although it's in Burbank. I don't know if that's legal. The facility's in LA, but I don't know everything. We could use some help in the Black community, but we have no representation. Our representatives are pimps. They try to take our unemployment offices for themselves.
Speaker, we seem to have moved pretty far off of the item.
Is a good, excuse me, sir. I'm doing a correlation. This university is a benefit to the community. The Black community could use an unemployment office instead of voting to take it away. This body has done that. Continue, Mr. Krikorian, to represent your community. You do it very well. I would encourage the rest of you people to take notice of the Black community. We are in dire need. We have no representation. So represent all of Los Angeles, not just your own districts. That's what I'm speaking to all of you, not just Mr. Krikorian. I'm not picking on Mr. Krikorian because my wife told me to be nice to him. So item number 23, the declaration of the mayor by the mayor of the state of a local emergency still exists. Yes, it does. The local emergency is the Los Angeles City Council and its system of vote trading. It's a state of perpetual emergency, 60,000 homeless, police murders daily. We stand with the Asian community. We stand with the Armenian community in their emergencies. Stand with us against our corrupt politicians, the big pimp sitting there.
You can go into general if you wish.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Koretz, we need more environmental motions. We have to save the planet. To members of the public, if you want to look at some of these things, these people cringe when I say they gave Dawson $20,000 a month lease to take our unemployment office. Go to Council File Management System. Go to Contracts and plug in C-132431. Then plug in the next one, C138073. Millions of dollars instead of assisting our community, the Black community. These pimps have their necks on the black community, on the knees on the neck of the black community. And we need assistance, not these pimps. Damn right it's a state of emergency. Every day is a state of emergency.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Next speaker.
Caller ending in 4416, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Yadira, necesito traducción.
Ok, un momentito.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Lo único que le pido es que por favor hable despacio para que la traductora le pueda traducir. Por favor, comienza.
Sí. Sí, buenos días. Mi nombre es Yadira Michelle. Soy miembro de la organización ACE y vivo en el Distrito 8.
Good morning. My name is Yadira, and I'm a member of ACE, and I live in District 8. Sí, señora.
Yo le quiero pedir a mi... yo le pido a mis concejales Gil Cedillo y a Nuria Martínez que apoyen la ley del antiacoso para que todos los dueños no estén acosando a los inquilinos, porque yo soy una familia que ha vivido acosada durante 4 años.
So I'm asking today my council members Gil Cedillo and Nuri Martinez to support the anti-harassment law, because me and my family, we've been enduring this harassment the last 4 years.
Que nosotros le hemos dicho al dueño que estar acosando a familias es contra la ley. Entonces las palabras que ellos usan es que a ellos no les importa la ley, a los dueños no les importa. A nosotros los inquilinos sí nos importa lo que los concejales hagan para nuestra sociedad.
So we've been telling the landlord that this kind of harassment is against the law, but their argument is that they don't care about the law. But we do care, and that's why we are asking for support. Sí.
Ya que los dueños son unas personas que no se tientan el corazón, aunque tengamos familias, niños, porque nosotros en toda la pandemia, él usó mucho la forma de estar acosándonos en mandándonos a su hijo policía, apagándonos la luz, tapándonos el baño, haciéndonos muchas cosas que va contra la ley.
Okay, so these landlords, they don't even have a heart, and during the pandemic, they've been sending his son, that is a police officer, and they've been turning off our light and doing something with the bathroom, and all these things are against the law.
Gracias.
Eso es todo. Muchas gracias, señora. Se acabó el tiempo.
Next speaker.
Caller ending in 5245, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 5245, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 6499, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Sí, ocupo traducción. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Nomás hable despacio para que la traductora la pueda traducir. Por favor, comience.
Sí, mi nombre es Arnulfo Soria y soy miembro de ACE y vivo en el Distrito 9 y estoy llamando para que por favor apoyen la ordenanza en contra del acoso de los inquilinos.
So my name is Arnolfo Soria, and I'm from District 9, and I'm a member of ACE, so I'm calling to please support the law against harassment of the tenants.
Con las 2 enmiendas propuestas por mi concejal Nicia Ramán a través del Consejo de Los Ángeles.
With the 2 amendments proposed by Councilmember Roman from the Los Angeles Council.
Y nosotros los inquilinos le pedimos a Nuri Martínez y al concejal Gil Cedillo que nos apoye con su voto a favor a la ordenanza al antiacoso.
So we, the tenants, are requesting our council member Gil Cedillo and Nuri Martinez, if they can please support us on this law against harassment.
Crear una guía para enforzar la ordenanza, porque sin el enforzamiento es un solo proyecto de ley simbólico y no ayuda a nadie.
So if we can have some kind of guidance to enforce this law, this ordinance, because if not, it's just a bylaw and it really cannot be enforced and it won't help anybody.
Y me opongo firmemente a las propuestas hacia los propietarios, a las enmiendas para los propietarios propuestas por mi concejal Lee, que no puede curar el acoso.
Thank you.
And I also want to oppose firmly against the amendments from Councilmember Lee, which are supporting the landlords, and it won't stop the harassment.
Muchas gracias. Next speaker.
Caller ending in 2549, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller ending in 2549, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Aló, buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿necesita traductora?
Sí, por favor.
Ok, nomás hable despacio para que la traductora le pueda traducir. Por favor, comience.
Ok, mi nombre es Carmen. Soy miembro de ACE. Pertenezco al Distrito 9.
My name is Carmen, and I'm a member of ACE, and I'm from District number 9.
Yo apoyo a la ley antiacoso y le pido haga las enmiendas de Nidia Rama, porque yo tengo 25 años viviendo en esta casa y he sido acosada por 2 años por la dueña amenazándonos, nos va a echar inmigración, lleva gente a que nos peguen la puerta, el dueño nos amenaza de muerte. Es algo que estamos viviendo que no podemos. Si ella dice que ella es dueña, ella puede hacer lo que ella quiere. Y si no nos gusta, que nos vayamos. Hay mucha gente que quiere llegar a vivir ahí y con una renta mejor pagada.
Okay. Un momentito, señora, para que le pueda traducir la traductora.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm in support of the anti-harassment law. I've been living here for 25 years. And for the last 2 years, I've been harassed by the owner, and this lady basically threatened us to call immigration and comes to the house and knocks at the door, and also threatened us like death, like death threatens. Okay, continúe, señora.
Entonces le pido que nos ayuden para que ellas podamos tener nosotros apoyo. Por si ellos nos acosan, ellos tienen que presentarse ante la ley, porque ella dice que la ley no le hace nada.
So
no hay ninguna ley que le impida a ella maltratarnos.
This lady, the landlady, it seems that she says that the law cannot do anything to her, that she's like safe, and so she's really asking, please support to pass this law.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next speaker.
Caller ending in 3582, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
My name is Kamal. I wanted to speak on general comment.
Sure, you have 1 minute. Please begin.
All right, so I've been calling. I'm with ACE. We've been calling this whole week and ongoing because we support the anti-harassment proposal with the amendments by Robin. And it's just really important to keep pressing on to make sure you guys do the job that you're supposed to be in there to do. We don't want to have to keep dealing with sexual, racist, violent harassment of people trying to live their lives. We all deserve to be able to live a happy, comfortable life. And in a state or a city where we know houselessness is an issue, We don't want to add to it. We don't want to add to people's mental strife by allowing landlords to get away with harassment. So we don't support these amendments because we know you can't cure harassment, and we want to make sure that there's teeth to enforce the rules that are already there. Thanks.
Thank you.
Caller ending in 7719, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Thank you. It's Eric Previn, and I'll speak on the available items, and I'll give a short general public comment as well.
Please begin.
Thank you. I guess it's a bond for the Woodbury project. I was noticing, I thought, wait, is Woodbury University in CD2? And then I looked at the map, and up in a very interesting carved out corner, which immediately brought to mind Herb Wesson and Andrew Westall, who some years ago were engaged in the carving, very careful carving of these district maps. It's so important, and I want to thank the Chief Legislative Analyst for all their efforts in trying to make that process accessible to the public, if that's what they've been up to. You know, of course, we should, Woodbury University, not a bad place at all. So well done, Council Member. I was just curious about some of the contracts that we're extending, and I'm curious if it's a good idea to extend the ACOM technical service agreement at $442,000. You know, this is a group that has ties to the mayor. They are so dominant in some ways, especially in the city and the county, that it feels like we should be giving a chance to some of the more up-and-comers, so to speak. I also noticed you've got up there the good work, by the way, the GSD, thanks to Mr. Royster, who will remember our little discussion about appraisals when they were trying to find the right price. We hire appraisers just like a person would hire an appraiser, the city does. And here we have a lovely list of folks who are extending in long-term agreements. The problem with that is they understand where their bread is buttered. So they serve what they want, what the order person is asking for. So to use Krikorian as an example, he's a high-minded guy. They were trying to appraise the firehouse next to the Sportsman's Landing, which has now become a giant development, supermarket. I think Equinox is split, but now they've got Erewhon coming in. In any case, part of it was, let's get that firehouse. So they evaluated some appraisals, and we looked at them, and of course, it was appalling because they didn't get the right answer by talking about the real cost. So then they got another appraisal, and it came way down. I'm talking like low as you can go, below market. And that was the right price for Richard Weintraub, he's not a villain in the piece, but the villain in this piece. And other things came out. So that's why I'm worried about not just hiring an appraiser who wants to do a fair job, but as opposed to the guy who was in the trenches and knows that the contract's coming up and et cetera. No disrespect to any of the honest appraisers. The guy who they engaged on the Sportsman's project was obviously some kind of a problematic character. Now, going to the very end of the agenda, I noticed that you've got two items, 29 and 30. Wait, are we in another case where I've got the wrong? Oh, no, that was number 20.
You're in general, Mr. President.
Let's go to the general public comment as a courtesy. Fauble, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you are ready. You're always ready. I appreciate that. Fauble is always at the ready. The council president has to hire or cap one of the angling associates to become the assistant president pro tempore. It's a vacancy currently. And I know she knows that, and I know she'd like to hold it off as long as possible, but it's important. And so we would ask that you do that. And when you do that, also, I think it's a very, very good idea to establish that we're going to meet regularly and lose the concept of variable minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Let's hear from the people who call in and see how it goes. It's not appropriate to cancel Friday meetings. I will take a moment to punch at the supervisors who canceled their meeting Tuesday for no reason. And they can't do that. You can't expect a giant agency, which already has oversight problems and transparency issues, to accept what you're offering, Councilmember Martinez. So I would simply say on behalf.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 6839, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Julia Smith, and I'd like to speak a general comment on the closure of routes.
Sure. You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Yes, my name is Julia Smith, and I am a SEIU 2015 member organizer. But today I'm speaking to City Council as a community member and a board member of Park Mesa Heights. I want to ask Councilman Dawson to please reconsider and to use his power to reevaluate the project and come up with an equitable solution where we don't want to debate about this. If the developers want to come and they want to build, buildings, they can build another store. We need support. I've been with you, Marquise, through your whole career. I have voted for you, I have fought for you, I have defended you, and I've been ridiculed because of my support for you, but I still believe. And if you're telling me that you are powerless to help us with a market, okay, that's fine. Come up with a solution that will be equitable and show us that you care. We need leadership that gives a damn. I mean, it's
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 5435, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
My name is Arika Hurst, and I would like to speak as public general comment.
Please begin.
Yes, I am Arika Hurst. I am a member with ACE, and I was illegally evicted out of my place off of 76th Place. Now, being as though I am a resident here and I've been organizing with folks, I've been hearing tragic stories from people being illegally evicted during COVID, and we know that this problem has persisted over the past 3 years. And to President Neri Martinez, you are a president, you are a leader. There's no way that this should have been carrying on this long. It shows that your lack of care for the people, which majority of the people are renters. So I need everyone to step up and support Nikia Raman's amendments because they will protect the people. As a member in this community, as talking to some people all over the city, this is wrong. And you guys should be held accountable. You should stand up for the people in the city and recognize that we need amendments that will protect people, not Councilmember Lee's amendments that will protect developers and apartment associations. That is not the people that vote for you. The people that vote for you are struggling right now.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 3683, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Hello, this is public general comment. My name is Robbie Gerald Davis. I'm with the Park Mesa Heights Community Council. I'm speaking specifically on their behalf. I believe as a council member, I'm allocated more than 1 minute. Is that correct?
Sorry,
Hello, I'm asking the question.
Yeah, so the answer, I believe, is no. Do you have a community impact statement that your neighborhood council?
No, I'm not referring to a community impact statement. So then please start my time now because I asked the question.
Yes, please, please go ahead.
I'm
We'll
here
restart.
speaking, as I said, on behalf of the Park Mesa Heights Community Council. We are that community which has a train running at grade level for 11 blocks down our commercial corridor. The only remaining commercial entity that will sustain us is Ralph's grocery store. That store should not be allowed to walk away as if they were renting a room to someone. We have sustained them for over 25 years. If in fact this store is allowed to close without a replacement, that will be the total denigration of our community. So what I'm asking of the council member, Harris Dawson, I know that there was a proposed legislative analysis of why they did what they did, but we're far beyond that now. I'm asking that we be.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 1494, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Hi, my name is Allison Macbeth Featherstone, and I'm calling in regards to general comment.
Sure, you have a minute. Please begin.
Awesome, thank you. I'm calling because I am a supporter of Marquise Harris Dawson. I know that Destination Crenshaw is coming in, and with that, we want to keep the commercial spaces open and doing well. And in doing that, having a thriving grocery store for the people there would really absolutely help, and is imperative for our community. So I'm just asking on Marquise Dawson to continue doing what he's been doing. And if we cannot keep Rouse, make sure that Impact Housing, who has bought that property, brings in a grocery store for our community.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller ending in 7618, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Hi, my name is Steve Massey. I'm calling about item 10.
So we voted on item 10, but you're totally free to talk about it in general public comment, so why don't we give you a minute for that?
Okay, thanks. Hi, my name is Steve Massey. I live in CD10. I own a business based in CD14. I'm just speaking in favor of alfresco, making it permanent. Not only this is a quality of life improvement, this will have substantial secondary improvements by positively impacting public safety from taxation of public areas or street life and legitimate activity, as well as reduce carbon emissions by replacing parking with more human-centric uses, which also encourage alternate modes of transportation. Furthermore, as restaurants reopen to fully pre-COVID capacity, the additional seating will have a positive economic impact by allowing restaurants to serve more, thus generate more revenue, and also hire more staff to help serve new patrons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller ending in 5915, press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please state your name and the items you'd like to speak on.
Hi, my name is Doug Haynes, and I wish to speak for general public comment, please.
You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Thank you. Next Tuesday, the Planning Committee will hear 2 appeals of a proposed 150-unit luxury apartment complex at 4649 Maubert Avenue in Council District 13. The developer is Carmel Partners, the entity that bribes several members of the City Council on their staff, plus a member of the City Planning Commission, and possibly many others. Carmel was recently left off the hook by the city attorney by paying only a $1.2 million fine with no prosecution of the company's executives. I have to say that the optics of this are terrible, and this project needs to be put on permanent hold, especially since Councilman Lee serves on the Planning Committee and Councilman O'Farrell has accepted campaign contributions from Carmel Partners. Councilman O'Farrell, your support of Carmel Partners in this project needs to be carefully reconsidered, and we ask that the hearing on this matter be further delayed until the investigation into the bribery scandal can be completely vetted. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
That concludes public comment for this meeting. Madam Clerk, let's go ahead and vote on the following items. Items 1 through 3 and items 23 through 28. Please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Kuretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. These matters are adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item 29, called special by Mr. O'Farrell.
Thank you, Madam President. So this is the utility grant program that is being discussed in our California State Senate. Colleagues, although we are unofficially at the beginning of our COVID pandemic recovery, many residents across the city who faced COVID-related financial hardships continue to struggle with the lingering consequences. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power has observed a growing trend of customer utility bill payment delinquencies, especially in disadvantaged communities from households where the breadwinners have been traditionally employed in the service industries. Consequently, communities of color, immigrants, especially undocumented immigrants who are unable to receive most of the COVID-related federal benefits, and low-wage workers have been negatively affected the most. Conversely, the hundreds of thousands of Angelenos fortunate enough to work from home or who are out of work and at home have also seen steep increases over the past 15 months in their utility bills. That is why last year, near the beginning of the pandemic, this council approved a $50 million utility grant program, in addition to LADWP's actions of implementing a moratorium on service disconnections during the state of emergency, providing payment plans and other extended payment arrangements. Yet, our actions at the local level are still not enough. The good news is that recently, the California Senate Budget Subcommittee recommended using some of the American Rescue Plan Act funds to help utility customers and publicly owned utilities address backlogged bills and debt associated with the COVID-19 economic impacts. Supporting this statewide initiative will help Los Angeles residents who need it the most, while speeding up the economic recovery that everyone will benefit from. My office will continue to monitor and advocate for any state action related to this issue. So colleagues, I ask for your aye vote on the customer utility debt relief initiatives. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Olvera. Let's go ahead and call the roll on item 29, Madam Clerk.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes. Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item 30. This was called special by Mr. Blumenfield.
Great, thank you. Colleagues, I'll be brief. The resolution before you today puts our city squarely behind AB 1487, which would create a statewide framework for providing legal services in eviction matters to our most vulnerable residents. By adopting this resolution, we join forces with a wide range of Los Angeles housing and renter advocates in calling for an allocation of at least $200 million in the state of California's 21-22 budget for eviction defense programs. The organizations who support this are a who's who of renter support organizations: Alliance for California Community Empowerment, ACE, VetSedec, Coalition for Economic Survival, East Yard Communities for Environmental Justice, Housing Rights Center, Inner City Law Center, goes on and on, Public Law Center, Public Council, etc. Providing representation in eviction matters is essential. I know that we all agree on this, and as a city, we have stepped up to the plate with our own dollars to show leadership in this area. But actual jurisdiction on this issue lies with the state. And with its budget surplus, the state has the ability, the jurisdiction, and the moral obligation to step up to the plate and do this right. And that's why I ask for your aye vote on this resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Blumenfield. Let's go ahead and call the roll on this item.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Yes.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
O'Farrell,
Aye.
Price,
Aye.
Rahman,
Yes.
Ridley Thomas,
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, what's before us now, Madam Clerk?
Council has motions for posting and referral. Motions will be posted on the city clerk's website shortly after the meeting for the public's viewing. To subscribe to receive copies of today's council motions to your email, please visit clerk.lacity.org.
Okay, posted and referred. Members, are there any announcements? Any adjourning motions? Mr. Price?
Yeah, Madam President, just a statement. Was really pleased with the governor's announcement yesterday, the commitment to several $1 million to address our homelessness crisis. I think his actions help elevate the concern again to the crisis level that it is. And in conjunction with that, I want to give a shout out to a wide variety of public and private sector initiatives that are in motion now throughout the city to address this homelessness crisis that we're facing. And in CD9, I'm proud to highlight several actions that have taken place in the past several days as we work collaboratively to address this issue. On Friday, May the 7th, we broke ground on a unique 40-unit housing project featuring modular construction. This is the first modular permanent supportive housing project in CD9, and proud to say that the costs for the project are down to about $200,000 a unit, as opposed to the $600,000 that we customarily see. The construction time, production time is going to be 6 months, not 18 months. And so we're going to be looking to open this facility in fall. It's a very important opportunity for us. The development's going to be named for Dolores Huerta, who was with us on Wednesday. She was at the event on Friday. And so we're very, very pleased with that. Yesterday, May the 10th, we had a grand opening for the first bridge home site for families in CD9. Again, a project, converted commercial residential site that's converted now that will accommodate 15 families, you know, featuring front yard, rear yards to accommodate children and pets. Of course, a variety of supportive services for youth and for the adults there. And we named that project in the honor of Lillian Mobley, a real hero in our community. She was led the fight to establish MLK Hospital and was an ongoing advocate for effective services for our youth and for adults. And so we're proud to name that project for her. And today, we're going to be doing a grand opening on a $32 million affordable apartment community supported by RISE, a local nonprofit. Again, it's going to accommodate 56 studio units for vets with kitchens and bathrooms, again, a variety of supportive services. And so I just want to give a shout out to the efforts that are being undertaken. You know, it's an awesome challenge and task that we have. You know, in CD9, you know, we've approved almost 2,500 units of affordable and homeless housing. 900 of those units will be online by the end of next year. But we got to do more, and we got to do faster. And so I just want to give a shout out to those efforts that are ongoing in place, and recognizing that until we are able to get folks off the streets and into supportive housing, we're going to have a problem that will continue to plague us. And so for all of those who have been actively engaged in trying to make a difference, I say thank you, but we got to do more. We got to do it quicker. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Price. Mr. Koretz, you have an announcement?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, every May, our council takes a moment to acknowledge and recognize May as Older Americans Group, as was established by President John F. Kennedy in 1963. As part of this recognition, the City Council has declared May 15th as Senior Fraud Awareness Day, partly in celebration of the birthday of our good friend and late council member, Bill Rosendahl of CD11, who passed away in 2016, and who was a staunch advocate for protecting seniors in the city. And this year, as in every year, Councilmember Bonner and I rise to recognize senior fraud awareness in our city in partnership with the amazing group Stop Senior Scams that works hard to educate seniors and their families about scams that target them, a $3 billion a year problem. Since May 15th is on a Saturday this year, we're taking the time to recognize it today. One of the side effects of social isolation in older adults is that it leaves them vulnerable to fraud and deception. The worst kinds of swindlers and con artists are working around the clock to mark seniors, often using fear and confusing federal updates and taxes, Social Security, credit and debt, insurance and Medicare, and in this last year, especially the pandemic, to make the cons more sophisticated, both in messaging and through the use of technology. This is not about taking advantage of feeble minds, but rather targeting vulnerability to be as confusing as possible through many forms, from phone calls to emails to cell phone texts alike. And even the most nimble, sober mind who might be taken advantage of can be too proud to report when they have been defrauded. Additionally, as you all know, homelessness is the most critical issue facing our city, and financial fraud is sadly also causing many seniors to fall into homelessness. And that's why the work of Adrian Omansky and the Stop Senior Scams Acting Group is so important. For more than 2 decades, Ms. Omansky's advocacy has kept us on top of changing scams and going out to the community to make sure our seniors and their families are aware of these scams and how to listen to their internal skepticism and what to do when the scams present themselves. I'm personally proud to have her as a constituent in my district, but she's taken this far beyond my district, far beyond the city of LA. So each year, our California representatives now work with Ms. Omansky to recognize the day as well. And she's currently working with the US Senate Special Committee on Aging and Senator Susan Collins on the federal level. I also want to give a shout out to our General Manager of the Department of Aging, Laura Trejo, who throughout this pandemic has done incredible work and focused bringing food and services to our senior community who have been even more isolated during the pandemic. Laura's a continuing partner with us in educating our older neighbors against the worst kind of senior fraud. There are events across the city and county throughout the year that help inform people, and Senior and Fraud Awareness Day is important because as the percentage of older adults increases, they become greater targets for fraud and deception. And so that's why today, even while we celebrate Older Americans Month, we also recognize Senior Fraud Awareness Day in the city of Los Angeles.
Thank you, Mr. Koretz. Any other announcements, members? Seeing none, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.